Hello everyone, welcome back to the Let's Bring Civils YouTube channel. Today's topic of discussion is Supreme Court issues notice on the Revenue Judicial Service cadre. This is important for UPSC prelims, mains, GS paper 2, governance and the judicial reforms. What is the context? A Supreme Court bench led by the Chief Justice of India, Surya Kant, issued a notice to the centre and states on a public interest litigation seeking a separate revenue judicial service cadre. So this PIL demands for the creation of a separate revenue judicial service cadre to deal specifically with the land and revenue dispute. So one important thing to notice here is, what does the Supreme Court has issued a notice mean? It does not mean that the Supreme Court has accepted the demand and it is asking the center and the state to create such cadre. No. It is basically asking for the opinion, or it is basically asking for the position of the state and center on creating such a cadre. Because the Supreme Court thinks that this is an important issue and it has to be addressed, but before creating such cadre, they need the opinion from the center and state. So this is what issued a notice mean. Does not mean that they have accepted the demand. Okay, this is most important thing to notice here. So what is the core issue discussed in this public interest litigation? It says that the executive officers such as Tahsildars, consolidation officers, the collectors are currently deciding the complex land dispute without any legal training. So nearly 66% of civil litigation in India relates to land and property disputes. That is, out of 100 civil cases in India, around 66 cases relates to the land and property dispute. What is the Revenue Judicial Service cadre? So this is the proposed cadre. This is what proposed by the PIL to solve that issue. So it will be a specialized cadre. So this proposed cadre will have the judicial officers who will handle only the cases related to land and revenue. And then they will be the qualified expert. So unlike the current revenue officers, this cadre will consist of people with the legal education and the judicial training. So the creation of such cadre will shift the legal power from the executive body to the judicial body under the High Court's supervision. What is the existing backing and the limitations? The revenue courts currently derive power from the State Revenue Act or Code. For example, Tamil Nadu Land Encroachment Act, Uttar Pradesh Revenue Courts. Why they derive the power from this state related revenue acts or a code? Because primarily land is a state subject under the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and they operate under the entry 18 of the state list, which relates to land, and entry 45 of the state list, which relates to the land revenue. What is the executive problem here? The revenue officers such as the Tahsildars or the collectors perform dual roles. They perform administrative and also the quasi-judicial role. This dual role might create a problem because an officer responsible for the administration and revenue collection may not function with the same independence or the same knowledge expected from a judge. For example, suppose there is a dispute involving the government land acquisition. So now tell me, can an executive officer act independently against his own administration? So there is no guarantee that he will go against his own administration to provide a fair judgment. So this explains why there is a lack of judicial independence, because they report to their executive hierarchy. And then the absence of standardized legal qualification. This will lead to the inconsistent and flawed orders because different officers will interpret the laws differently. What is the constitutional backing for the cadre? So first is Article 50. So this mandates the separation of judiciary from the executive. This article states that the state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from the executive in the public services of the state. So this PIL says that the executive officers or the revenue officers dealing with the land dispute itself violate this article. And then Article 14. This says that every citizen is equal before the law. So if citizens' property rights are decided by the inadequately trained officers, then this process itself is wrong when you consider this article. And then Article 21. This provides the right to fair and speedy trial, which is a fundamental right, and the flawed revenue process denies the access to justice. It also says that no person shall be deprived of life and personal liberty except according to the procedures established by the law. What is Article 235? This says that the high courts should have the administrative control over all the officers performing the judicial functions. Now you know why this PIL say that it will shift the power from the executive to judicial body under the high court supervision, because it is based on the Article 235. This says that high court should have the administrative control over the officers who perform judicial functions. So what is the proposed appointment qualification? The PIL says that the minimum qualification will be a mandatory LLB degree, a Bachelor of Law degree, and a specialized training in land laws, inheritance and the succession. Okay, because land disputes are often legally complicated. And then standardized recruitment process. Recruitment through a competitive examination process, which is similar to provincial civil service judicial or a proposed all India judicial service, like that. What is the role of this cadre? So this cadre would exclusively handle the matters that will involve the civil rights, such as deciding who legally owns the land and handling the disputes over ancestral property, resolving the conflicts in the land division, that is the boundary dispute, and then adjudicating between the landlords and the tenants over the tenancy rights. So what will be the tenure and the administrative control? The retirement age will be 60 years, which ensures the stability and the non-interference, and there will be a high court supervision, high court oversight. So the supervision will shift from the divisional commissioner to the high court under the Article 227, means the proposal wants the judicial supervision instead of the executive supervision, and then a mandatory training at the state judicial academies, because the property laws evolves continuously. Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, subscribe to the channel for more such informative videos. Stay tuned.